I was bad for you. Held on my pain, gripped on my chains, way too depressed for you.
Konsoull is a Jamaican artist known for his unique blend of R&B and dancehall vibes. The soulful singer has been capturing hearts since his high school days with his smooth vocals, making him a rising star in the music scene. Hello and welcome, Konsoull, to this edition of Star on the Rise.
Thank you for having me. I have one of the weirdest names ever. Let's just get that out of the way.
Please.
It's all thanks to my father. So it's Lenford. I'm proud of it, so that's all that matters, alright? So it's really Lenford Lynch, and I come from Islington St. Mary, a little area called Friendship District, and it's a small populace, but it is located in the biggest community in Jamaica. I'd say growing up there was a little bit calm. It's not too crazy. We do have a lot of huge names that come from St. Mary overall. You know, the Capletons, you don't know, you have the Youngsters. So relatively small, but super talented area to grow up in. I wasn't much of the individual that portrayed the musical essence to the entire area, but it was more so in a small circle.
Oh, okay.
So who were the persons that were close to me, they knew I did music, they knew I write, they knew I was a creative. But all in all, the populace in itself had no clue until like all the way to the end, high school time, you know, being the individual that decided that, all right, then graduation was it. You know, I spent 5 whole years with no one knowing that I had the talent that I had. And I remember my English teacher scolding me in graduation after we did both songs. Oh, yeah, you can't believe you spent 5 years in a school and nobody knew you had this sort of talent. I'm ashamed of you being the English. You know, like it was kind of like that, but it was cool. I had enough on my plate already to do, being head boy. So I had a lot of responsibility within the graduation sector, so I didn't want anymore.
To lead in that space as well.
Right. So they had to completely rearrange the entire 2 songs just to suit me as the lead.
Ooh.
And that was when it all happened.
And what year was that, would you say?
That was 2014.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
2014 high school graduation. That was a starting of a beautiful journey for me.
Okay. How did you come by the moniker though?
Konsoull. The Kon is Japanese, which means golden, and then the soul is added. And then there was an extra oomph to the idea of consoling people with the music that I have.
I thought it.
So it's like a shoulder to lean on. Like, don't worry, you know, I got you. I know what you're going through, type vibe. And then Konsoull as it relates to just overall the experience that I've had. For the most part, it really felt like I was being played the entire time. So it's like I wasn't player one. I was more like the character of player one, if that makes sense.
Okay. As a teen, you said you were an adventurous writer and you enjoyed the art of creating content. What are some of the content that you'd create?
So a bit of a poetic individual from way back when. We used to do our little acts on stage, writing speech and conferences. Yeah, that was usually the outspoken side of me and the writing.
Was Lenford.
Yes, that was Lenford, okay? That was the guy.
Yeah.
To be honest, he was really a cool guy. He still is. You know, that's like my government professional side. But it does seep into the idea of Konsoull in the confidence aspect of things. He's more outgoing, Konsoull is more laid back. So the fusion of both of that kind of co-integrates and live together. We had a small team, me and my bros, Team Right Entertainment. Shout out to all the guys, of course. That was when we started to dive into the entertainment scene. I wanted to kind of drift from the academical aspect that I was so in tune with.
Yep.
Because I knew there was more to life than just books and grades and so forth. And I think it was at that time when we realized that there was such a vast amount of things to play into. So photography, We had disc jockeys, we had videographers, we have content creators, posters creators. You name it, we were the guys.
Like a promotional team.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So we were the guys. So from your all school days and so forth, colors days, we had our own party that was wasted. Super successful. We had like 4 intakes of that. We were also in collaboration with Ink Dragon for Kaleidoscope. I'm not sure if you've ever heard of that one as well.
Yeah, I've heard of it.
So just some young bucks just doing some extraordinary things.
Back then, I heard you were the girls' them pet.
Oh my jeez. Wow.
What kind of magnet do you think you have that's causing these ladies to quote unquote go wild?
I don't know where we got all of this information from, but I don't know.
I won't say it.
Yeah, I'll just say. But I'd say it was the laid-back attitude that I had. Being somebody that's more culturally diverse within an area that not a lot of people tend to like drive towards, you tend to stand out really, really well. Entering into sixth form, it became more of a known thing that I was a singer, and I think that's kind of the attention grabbing, and then wasted started flourishing, and then you know that these are the guys that are in high school doing what adults are doing, and then still maintaining that little, you know, vibe of being calm, humble at the same time. And then I'd like to say, even though I hate them, there are these kind of my eyes. Like, yeah, they're kind of
Bro, nice.
yeah. I hated it. Trust me, I hated it. So, but every time somebody had anything, just say, pretty eye boy. My song is, I'd say, a fusion of how R&B used to be with a newly formed version, but adapting with the dialect of Jamaica. It's a more softer tone, more appealing to the inside, the feelings, the emotions, accompanied with the lyrics that I normally use. So it's not a vigorous like type of, you know, in your face, guerrilla type of type. It's like a come here type of vibe. It's like a, yo, you know, like come sit beside me and tell me what you're actually feeling.
You describe the genre as R&B, reggae, soul, how?
Yeah, I'd like to say it's something along the lines of yard soul.
Yard soul?
Yeah, so instead of doing what everybody's doing, we're just taking R&B from an international standpoint, cultivating it in Jamaica so the world sees that, hey, we're not just dancehall or reggae.
What would you say the market has been like? Do you think Jamaicans are open to that type of genre?
I'd say yes. When I started, wasn't too crazy. We had a few persons coming out, like, you know, Jada was doing her thing. You know, Dexter kind of, you know, brought that in a way. It was more to the sexual side. Pick up yourself. You know, so that kind of brought a softer era to dancehall in itself. But then the international topics now, that's where things kind of like head to like, oh, all right, so Jamaicans are not so only Jamaicans. You know, it's like they have this kind of stigma on us that we kind of, you know, like I don't know the descriptive word to use, but that was always the case. So they affiliated dancehall.
You had a collaboration with Jada, right?
Yes, I did. I did actually, which was pretty cool. In that time, it was starting from me and Kai. Shout out to Kai. I like Long Term. When she dropped, see? So Long Term that she dropped, the beat was crazy. So that was the fusion that I wanted whenever I was doing dancehall fusion R&B. So when she dropped that, I was like, oh, wow, jeez. Link Kai was like, all right, cool. We decided to do a remix. We dropped ours Friday, and then I was DM'd by her saying, you know, yo, what kind of style? I was like, what are you talking about? She's like, yo, Kai do our challenge, and yeah, drop remix, yo. You know, I'm like, I wasn't planning on doing that. I didn't even know that there was a challenge, but I was kind of starstruck in a way, but still retain that little humble vibe. It's like, yo, who is this? It's even like, go on. We long come again. It's even like, you know. And then we started talking, and she told me to like go do the challenge. So I wrote something, and the Saturday I dropped the freestyle, and then I went viral. You see me? And then she reposted it and she was like, yo, the competition done, you see me? And she took everybody else's down, put mine up, and she was like, yeah. And it was like a moment for me, because that was crazy. Ataraxia, which was my first official drop, that gained complete headway. We did a little video for that on YouTube as well. It had like 50-something thousand views. You know, it was steadily growing. But that was one. There's Sweet Talker. There's Sweet Talker.
Name said it.
There's Sweet Talker. Yeah. What else? So yeah, there's Bipolar, which was me like showing people that I also rap as well, and it's more from a deeper perspective. You know, so there's that. There's a Change Interlude, which was a compilation between two sides of a story, male and female. So that was pretty cool as well. So I'm known for those, definitely. Okay. And then I also did a Roxanne remix. Roxanne, Roxanne. Yeah, everywhere when people say, Roxanne, what going? So that kind of did something as well. So that was pretty cool.
Okay.
So I do have a few.
Lovely. You have any upcoming projects that you're working on now?
Yes, I do actually. So I recently dropped Body, which is pretty cool. But now I'm working with Tifa, Queen, Tifa the Queen, don't know, superstar, big up yourself. So where I think maybe I should say, so Tifa is my manager. You see me? So we're working like completely in depth with everything that we're doing. And we do have a song that we're about to release called Lost. Okay. It's Afro fusion. Yeah, so that Afro R&B. Totally cool. It's really about just individuals in the form of females that put themselves at a position where they have everything, but they still don't know how to decide on anything.
Who are some of the persons who actually influence your career?
People like Chris Brown. I messed with Destiny's Child. Back then in the TLC era, that Timberland era was my era. That's what dragged me into music in itself. Timberland, Pharrell, that's where that came from. So you have the Bryson Tillers, the Brents, the Torlin, SZA is my baby. Can I say that? SZA's my baby. That's what I'm just saying. So yeah, shout out to TDE, SZA's my baby. So SZA, Tory, Brent, which is one of the more like, I don't know how to describe Brent. Brent is just that guy.
Whether locally or internationally, who would you say you would like to do another collab with?
SZA, baby.
Your baby SZA.
My baby SZA. But yeah, Stormzy play a role in my alter ego side. I'm that guy. Santan Dave. Definitely want to work with Brent. Pharrell as a production type thing, because it's not just artists. I'm drawn to sounds as well. Yeah. And specific sounds always get me like in the mode for like writing. So people like Pharrell, Brent as an artist, Chris is there as well, SZA. I did have Erykah Badu on the list. For the local aspect, Dexter, Armani, Jada, Stark, yeah, them. The people that mesh with the idea. And to be honest, Skilly Bang locally, although the man think Skilly Bang locally is one of like the top persons I want to work with that comes from Jamaica, and that's weird.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's weird. I know. But Skilly Bang. So my handle is Konsoull, Konsoull. It's everywhere for everything in every area. Once you search Konsoull, you'll find my music.